Hey, good morning, church family. It's the Lord's Day. It is Sunday, April the 13th, and I am on my way into the church house. Of course, this is the ride in on Sunday, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you had a good Saturday. I did. It was a very busy end of the week between the funeral and the conference, and had some things to get done yesterday. Had a good turnout for our outreach, and I imagine we may have gotten out at least a few hundred door hangers for Resurrection Sunday, so praise the Lord for that. And I just it was able to get a few things done in the office yesterday afternoon, and then, man, I was so blessed to just relax yesterday afternoon, and just a bit of recovering. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I'm looking forward to hearing Brother Garraway preach to us today, and to hear his family sing to us. It's going to be a blessing. Just a thought this morning. I gotta say, sometimes when I walk out here to the car and I have no clue what I'm going to speak with you about in the ride in, and I kind of just ask the Spirit to give me something, and sometimes it takes a minute and I just meditate and think, or go back to the things I've read in my Bible. And I'll just be honest with you, this morning I walked outside, and I heard a rooster crow, and that gave me my inspiration for my thought this morning. Boy, beautiful day, sunny, and but just hearing that rooster crow reminded me of Peter, and how when he had denied Christ. And it's interesting. I think that there's always something for us to learn in every story, and I think perhaps Jesus' admonition to Peter, there's no doubt, is an admonition to all of us. If you think you stand, take heed lest you fall. Jesus was prophesying and speaking of his coming betrayal and crucifixion, and Peter just was not going to have any of that, and he was just sure that he would never turn on Christ. He would never be disloyal. He would die for Christ. And we know, because we have the privilege of looking back with 2020 vision, that these statements were in the flesh. They were pride, and Peter was exposed. And thankfully for all of us that we weren't in that position for all of history to read about. But Peter had a wonderful, wonderful revival in his life after Christ's resurrection and ascension. And we know the story of Pentecost and the wonderful epistles that he wrote, and God used Peter in an amazing way. All of us have a little Peter in us. And perhaps, we heard the preaching on Thursday night and Friday night, and we're fired up, and we're confident, and we're going to serve God, and we're going to do what we're going to do for the Lord, and we're not turning back. We better be careful that we don't say that presumptuously. We better not say that in the flesh. We say, as Paul, by the grace of God, I am what I am. And God, I know what's in me. I know what I'm capable of. I could fail just like anybody else. Were it not for the grace of God, I'd be like anyone. I'd be in jail. I'd be broken marriage, broken home, broken family, broken life. But by the grace of God, our ability to stand for God, our ability to serve God, our ability to have a bright and shining witness for Christ, it's by the grace of God. It's not because we are self-determined or we are uniquely strong. We are human beings, and consistent with Paul's testimony in Romans 7, that at times, we the things that we want to do, we don't do. The things we don't want to do, we do. We have that battle. That's why it's so important that we walk in the Spirit, that we stay humble, because it's through humility that we receive the grace to be empowered to do what it is that God's called us to do. God giveth grace unto humble. We must stay small. We must stay humble before God, dependent, reliant upon Him, knowing that we cannot do this. We cannot live this Christian life apart from His help and His blessing and His enablement. I hope that's an encouragement to you this morning. Don't get too cocky. Don't get cocky at all in the Christian life. Won't be long the devil will have you flat on your back. Stay humble, and remember that rooster crowing. That could be any of us. If we need to be exposed, God will do what it takes to help us to realize that we cannot do it in and of ourselves. I hope that's an encouragement to you, Christian. I look forward to seeing you in a little bit, Lord willing. Looking forward to a good day this Sunday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.